welcome to AC News 13. Today is Thursday, January 17, 2013. In today's show, we will be talking about the epidemic between the four main social classes in Tokugawa, the cultural exchange between Europeans and Chinese, the civil service examination, a foot binding interview, a samurai in Japan, family life in early China, life in the U.S. today, a Mongol's timeline, and divine wind. As you all should know, the four main social classes in Tokugawa are warriors, peasants, artisans, and merchants. The peasants produce rice and are often poor, so now the merchants and artisans are stealing the rice from the peasants. The peasants are upset because the warriors who are at the top of the social ladder are not doing anything to stop this problem. More details will be given later. Now here's an update about Europeans in China. They are very happy. They are making money because the daimyo are interested in buying their weapons. They are also impressed with the teachings of Confucius. Now us Chinese people are also benefiting from them because the Europeans brought tobacco, clocks, eyeglasses, and other goods. With the upcoming civil service examination, are you prepared? The examination is a recruitment method where people are examined to see their special abilities and then are given a job that meets their skills. How can you prepare for the exam? 1. Find appropriate study guides for the job. 2. Get a good night's sleep before the test. And 3. Arrive at the designated test classroom on time. Let's go to Aleeyah, who interviewed a mother who talked about foot binding.
Hello, why is foot binding necessary?
The scholars believe it began among the wealthiest class of women. Women who have bound feet are more manageable than those who do not. And foot binding is erotic and beautiful. Women with small feet are seen as delicate. And you know what? If your feet ended up over 4 inches, forget about marriage. You're a waste of time.
Thank you so much. Let's turn over to Christine.
Thanks. Now Aleeyah has the next stories.
I received a letter from a man who was a samurai in Japan. This is what he wrote. Dear AC News 13, since you asked so nicely for me to explain the life of a samurai and why I became one, I am writing this letter. I became a samurai because it was my dream. I've always wanted to protect the security and property of my employers. As a samurai, I resemble the knights of medieval Europe and fight on horseback. I carry a sword and bow and arrow. And I live by the code of the samurai, Bushido. Bushido is the way of the warrior. It may not seem like a dream to you, but it is to me, which is why I enjoy being a samurai and why I became one. Now to the next story. How about family life in Europe? Men were superior in the household if a woman did something wrong, her family would be disgraced. However, in the United States, both women and men could be superior in the household. The United States is planning to create a law that makes men superior. We have no word yet if they did create the law. Details will come. January is Mongols History Month, so here's a picture of a Mongol's timeline. Now for the next story. The kamikaze or divine wind is what makes Japanese people believe in today. The kamikaze was important in early Japanese history because the Japanese were at war with the Mongols. When the Japanese won, they believed this was a sign of a supernatural aid. They called the storm a divine wind. They became convinced that they would always be protected from foreign invasion.
Thank you, Aleeyah. Hope you enjoyed this